What are 5 cheap eats to check out around San Diego? Find out next on Jaycation. What's up, Jaycationers? Welcome back to another video here in the San Diego series. Today I'm going to give you 5 cheap eats around town that are amazing, a different assortment of stuff. We got pizza, banh mi sandwiches, a cheap breakfast spot, and a few others. So stay tuned. This is probably not the first cheap eats video I'll be doing, so comment below if I missed one of your favorite cheap eats spots in San Diego. We're here in Ocean Beach right now. A lot of great dining here. For cheap eats here in OB, I would say South Beach Bar and Grill is great. They have a happy hour that has really great deals on fish tacos, so I definitely recommend that, but that's not one of the 5. But since we're starting off here in OB, I figured I'd mention it to you. So let's start it off, guys, with a Japanese market called Mitsuwa over in Kearny, Mesa. Take it over, JJ. Hey, Jaycationers, so the first place on cheap eats in San Diego is Mitsuwa Marketplace. Now, it's this Japanese marketplace in the Kearny Mesa area. There's multiple locations around Southern California. I think even up to Irvine, you have a Mitsuwa. Now, they have some really great Japanese cheap eats inside, really great ramen, some sushi. I used to go here because I used to work close by over in Murphy Canyon back in the day when the San Diego Chargers were in town. So I used to come over here, grab some sushi for lunch, and just enjoy it. This Mitsuwa is actually right across from an In-N-Out Burger that's always packed. Tajima, one of my favorite ramen restaurants, is down the street too. And it's sandwiched in between a Staples and a Ross Dress for Less. So I really like this area. A lot of people come here for lunch because there's a ton of business parks around the Kearny Mesa, Kearny Villa area. So let's go inside, check out Mitsuwa. Alright, Jaycationers, so we went inside Mitsuwa and there are a lot of great vendors and stalls in the inside. If you go into the right side, there's an area where they make the sushi. Now, the cheapest sushi I found is about $7.99 and it looks really good. I just opted to get the best value. That happens to be $7.99 also, which was the fried chicken bento. I mean, look at this, $7.99. You get this entire fried chicken bento box. And it's got a lot of things which we're gonna try out when we get home. And then for $2.99, I got the pork gyoza dumplings, which we're gonna heat up back at home as well. They also have ramen vendors over on the left side when you enter, and they have some really good deals. They have some noodle bowls and a bunch of other Japanese dishes that you can get for a really good price, and their sides are pretty cheap too. They're like $2.99, $3.99. Also had someone mention that Nishiki Ramen has some pretty good stuff too, so if you guys are in the area, Nishiki Ramen's here. And if you go to the back of Mitsuwa, there are some other vendors there that also sell cheaper things. So let's go home and check it out. All right, Jaycationers, so really great value cheap eats. $7.99, like you can probably get this for like 11 or 12 bucks in any other Japanese spot around town. A bunch of stuff in here. You got the seaweed, you got some broccoli, you got some fried green beans, your fried chicken, and a bunch of rice. It's fried chicken bento. Look at that. That is huge. So you got rice, chicken, corn, ginger beef steak, vinegar, green leaf, lemon, green beans. So we're gonna heat this thing up and try it out. Also, the $2.99 pork dumplings. All right, Jaycationers, I heated it up about 2.5 minutes. I love seaweed. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. You got the broccoli here. Piping hot. Looks like they got some gyoza here on the side. That's yummy. Wow, $7.99, this is gonna fill you up. You get the fried green beans right here. Yummy. And this is microwavable, so you don't have to take it out of this plate. So I do recall like years back, sushi being about $5, but now it's like, you know, inflation, pandemic prices, I don't know. I mean, you're still getting a pretty good value. $7.99, and this is a full meal in itself. Good seaweed. Looks like the gyoza's ready. Oh, there's even some like mashed potatoes or something here. That's good, wow. And for those of you that don't think I use chopsticks, here you go. I choose to use chopsticks every now and then. And I'm a lefty too, by the way. So if I look awkward, it's because I'm a lefty. Let's try out the fried chicken now. I got my Hot Licks hot sauce, because you know I got that hot sauce on that bag swag. Let's dip some of this Hot Licks. I got this at Seaport Village in downtown San Diego. That's actually really good chicken. No bones, just meatless chicken. Wow, I'll take this for $7.99 any day. Alright guys, so next up is the $2.99 gyoza. They give you 5 pieces along with their sauce, their soy sauce here. I put a little sriracha in it with the sauce. Pretty decent gyoza. For $2.99, that's not bad at all. For sure. Definitely a good start. I'm digging these fried green beans. I'm gonna dip it in there too. Put some more of this hot sauce. Alright, Jaycationers, so that's it for your first cheap eats around San Diego. Mitsuwa Marketplace. Great Japanese food. You can get this fried chicken bento box for $7.99 and this gyoza for $2.99. That is a pretty darn good deal if you ask me. We're gonna go a little cheaper on this next cheap eats. So let's fast forward to JJ. The next place, we're trying out some pizza. If you guys are finding value so far in this video, I'd really appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing. Before this plane comes, let's get back to the cheap eats video around San Diego. We're in our next spot for cheap eats in San Diego, and it's a timely one because we're here at Best Pizza and Brew. They have multiple locations around San Diego. This is the Mesa one in my hometown. They have some in Encinitas, Carmel Mountain, and a few more around town. Now, after 9 o'clock, from 9 to 10, their last hour of closing, their slices are $1.50 each. Any slice they have left that they have available is $1.50. So this is a great spot. I love their buffalo chicken. I love their barbecue chicken. Another thing that I really like about Best Pizza and Brew is that they have some really great beers on tap, some local San Diego beers. So if you come here at a certain time, you can also get some special deals. So let's go inside, pick up a $1.50 slice, try another cheap eats out. This is probably the cheapest eat we're gonna have in this entire video. Hey, subscribe to Jaycation! Subscribe! Yeah! So we're gonna be trying the $1.50 slices. Now it's the last hour, so they close at 9:30 tonight. So they started at 8:30. So you just gotta get here their last hour to get the $1.50 slices, and whatever they have, they have. So I got the works, I got the barbecue, I got the veggie, and I also got the pesto, I believe. So I got 4 slices. I'm actually gonna share, bring a couple home to my parents. I am gonna try the barbecue first because this is my second favorite next to the buffalo chicken that they have. This is the barbecue slice. This barbecue pizza is money. The sauce, the onions, the chicken, so good. Such a great pie, and for $1.50, you can't beat that. Also, I know in New York City they have the dollar pie, so you get a slice of cheese for $1, and you can do that all day basically, right? But here, it's $1.50. You know, we're in the West Coast, so I understand it, but that's not bad. $1.50 for a slice, some of the cheapest eats in San Diego. You just gotta wait a little later to eat your dinner. It's still worth it. It's a timely cheap eat, but still a really good tip. So if you're ever in San Diego, Best Pizza and Brew is all over town. Go check it out. All right, the next pizza I'm gonna try out, I believe, is the Works, which has onions, mushroom, red pepper, black olive with the red sauce, pepperoni, cheese, sausage. $1.50? Come on now, $1.50. Now that's a slice, guys. This location here, Mira Mesa, is just right next to Pkwy, which is my favorite plus spot. Right across the street is my barber. And Wings and Things, which I have yet to do in San Diego, is right next to Best Pizza and Brew. One of these days, we're gonna do best wings in San Diego. Comment below, do you wanna see that? What are your favorite wings in San Diego? Let me know. Also, Best Pizza and Brew has some great locations. Check out the one in Cardiff by the Sea near the Seaside Market. It's right across the street next to BG Donuts. It's awesome. It's right next to the train tracks. You can see San Alejo Beach from a distance. The Cardiff Kook is right there. So that's one of my favorite Best Pizza and Brews, but there are a few others around town, like I said. So check out Best Pizza and Brew on their last hour, get your $1.50 slice. Other cool deals that Best Pizza and Brew has is that they have $4 pint nights. Alright, Jaycationers, on to the next cheap eats here in San Diego. We're now here at North Park at our next spot on the list for cheap eats in San Diego. Now right behind me is Lucky's Counter. Lucky is an awesome man. He cooks the food himself. He does all the serving. Lucky does everything, and he's really cool. He's a really funny guy. It's a little bit of an older crowd today. It's middle of the week, and I believe a lot of the locals and regulars were in there when I was there, so I didn't really want to talk and film in there and then have to explain myself. I didn't have coffee yet. Sometimes I just want to go in there, get the B-roll and film and then just talk about it. So what I got was on his menu is pretty easy. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, and I got the number 2. I got the omelet with the meat. I added coffee. It was exactly $9 altogether. Now the omelet had sausage, ham, it had green peppers, cheese, and everything on it. The hash browns are under the omelet. You can also use the ketchup, and he knew that I wanted the Tapatio hot sauce, so he put it right on there for me. 4 slices of toasted bread. Gave me some jelly. I love putting jelly on there. You can also use butter. It was really, really tasty. I'm telling you, for $9, that is a steal. And I think you can even get the omelet just itself for like $5.80 or something like that with the meat. But you know, you gotta have your coffee. So $9 for that meal. You go to a place like IHOP, or you go to a place like Snooze, which Snooze is great, don't get me wrong, but you're gonna be paying, I don't know, 15, 20 bucks for that meal. So that's definitely one of the cheapest breakfast eats in all of San Diego. Lucky's cool. He also gives you 2 fortune cookies at the end. Now the restaurant is cool. It's all decorated with a bunch of Chinese decorations. You have the old school counter that goes all zigzaggy throughout the room. Enter through this red door. Now it's cash only, so make sure that you go in there with cash, because if you don't, you might have to walk around the corner to the Wells Fargo or to the Chase Bank. Let's see what our fortune says here. Rely on long-time friends to give you advice. Cool. And then it also gives you numbers. So, cheers. Oh man, I love fortune cookies. I haven't had one in a minute. Another thing that's great about Lucky's Counter is it's right next to Mike Hess Brewery. You're probably coming here for breakfast, and it does close like around noon, I believe. Mike Hess might still be a little early, but maybe if you're here on a weekend and you start day drinking, you might want to have a pint over at Mike Hess. All in all, I think Lucky's Counter is going to give you the best value in this entire video. It filled me up. Lucky hooks it up with the coffee. It's bottomless coffee, so every time I even have half of a mug empty, he comes by and pours in some. So go check it out. He said that it was busy pretty much on the weekends and on some days here during the weekdays, but today's a Wednesday. It was okay. Business is still good. Now shout out to Lucky, and on to the next cheap eats in San Diego. We made it here to our next cheap eat spot in San Diego. We're here in Linda Vista at K Sandwiches. Now this place has been famous for years, but it did burn down a few years back, and they actually had to rebuild this K Sandwiches. It's a very popular staple here in the area. We're really near Mesa College and Kearny High. They have a lot of great cheap eats, especially in this lot. My favorite donut spot here is Rose Donuts, and it's just right across the street. I used to get books here in college because KB Books was here. I'm not sure if it's still around. And then there's a Mesa Pizza where you can get a $5 large one-topping pizza. Pretty good. So cheap eats area here in Kearny Mesa. I ended up getting the traditional pork banh mi, and it was under $6, so shout out to that. That's a really good deal. Banh mi sandwiches all around San Diego, not only here in K Sandwiches, are pretty darn cheap. And I also got a taro smoothie with boba and some taro pudding. Alright guys, before we head home, we're gonna try out the taro smoothie. It's not as sweet as other places that I usually got this off the bat. The boba balls are definitely a little smaller, on the smaller side. Very milky. It's a decent taro. We'll try this taro pudding at home along with the banh mi. So let's fast forward to JJ back at home. Alright guys, we're back home trying out the banh mi from K Sandwiches. All this for just over $6. I think it was like $6.20 or something like that. I also got the taro pudding and the taro boba. The taro boba was good. It wasn't that sweet. Still pretty good. I heard there's a shortage of boba in the United States. Maybe that's why the boba balls are a little small. This is a pretty big banh mi sandwich. I mean, great value. Nice and crunchy. I put some sriracha on it. Got your cilantro. This is a really good sandwich, a really good value. All the sandwiches there are really cheap. Alright, here's a little vinegar we're gonna put on here. That's good. Nice fresh banh mi sandwich. And before I forget, for $2.50 you get this taro pudding. Let's try it out. Never tried taro pudding. Ooh, more like taro jello. Look at that. More of a like a flan jello taro consistency. Not very puddingish. It's decent. What are you gonna get for $2.50? It's alright. Alright guys, so that was classic K Sandwiches. Now on to the last cheap eats in San Diego. we're here at the last Cheap Eats in San Diego. We're in Escondido off of Valley Boulevard. This is TJ Tacos. There are a ton of street taco places around San Diego. TJ Tacos, Tacos El Gordo. There's a lot of other places in the south side. There being a huge Mexican Latino population in this area of San Diego in North County in Escondido, TJ Tacos is ranked one of the better street tacos. So right now they're still not even open for indoor dining. You can only do drive-through. You also got Mi Rancho Market here in Escondido. So if you're looking for other street taco options, those are great cheap eats around the area. So we're gonna go through the drive-through and try out a couple of the tacos back at home. Alright, Jaycationers, bonus cheap eats. You can only find rallies in the Outer Banks of San Diego. There's one in IB, there's one here in Escondido. I believe there's one in Vista. My favorite fries come from rallies. They used to be all over San Diego. This is a great cheap eat, so I'm gonna do this as a bonus in the video, and I'm here with Madi. San Diegans would know about rallies, especially if you lived here in like the early 90s. Great fries, and I'm gonna get the chicken bites and fries, and it's only $3.29. So really good value. All right, Jaycationers, we're gonna start off with the Cheap Eats bonus. Now, it was a pleasant surprise that there's a Rallies over in Escondido, and it was right next to the final Cheap Eats place, TJ Tacos. So I got the Frank's Red Hot, and I should have asked for ranch, but we got ranch at home, so it's all good. These are my favorite fries in all of SD. Rallies used to be like in Jack Murphy Stadium back in the day and around San Diego. They're seasoned so well. Look at this. Beautiful fries. I like it with the Franks. I like it with the ranch. So good. For $3.29, really, really awesome. I'm gonna dip the chicken. Wow. So rallies you can compare if you're in the East Coast to Checkers. Now, we don't have very many rallies. I think there's only maybe 2 or 3 rallies here in San Diego. So when you're in the Outer Banks of San Diego and you see it, you gotta try it out. That's why this is a bonus on Jaycation Cheap Eats. All right, finally, we're gonna try out TJ Tacos. Now, if you wanna see me review the carne asada street taco and the adobada, check out my San Diego tacos versus Las Vegas tacos video, because I added it to there because I put TJ Tacos against a Las Vegas taco shop called Al Pastor Tacos. So go ahead and check that out. That video should be posted by now. I'm gonna put some more lime on here. I put the green salsa verde sauce. Now this is the lengua taco. It's got cilantro on it. Double tortilla. Oh, it looks like it's a mess already. A little soggy, but you know, you can't eat over there. You can't dine in yet, so you have to take it out. For those of y'all that want to see me dine in, I had no choice because they only do drive-through orders. Wow, this is really tasty. You always get grossed out thinking it's like, you know, it's tongue, but dude, it's good. Now, I think this was the most expensive taco, but still, that's a good cheap eat, and you're getting quality lengua. Wow. All the other tacos here are $2.80. So you can get your carne asada and your al pastor, that's only $2.80. So what's your favorite street taco cheap eats around San Diego? Make sure you comment that down below. All right, guys, finally, we got the apple pie. It's 2 of these for $1. It's got cinnamon all around and almost like a churro apple pie. Oh, dude, 2 for $1, huh? I'd pay $1 for this. Wow, that's cinnamony apple goodness right there. Oh man, imagine a soft serve with this. Wow. And they have soft serves too, like for $1, I believe. All right, we're gonna wrap this up back in Ocean Beach. All right, Jaycationers, I had to put the hood on. My hair's been going crazy with the wind blowing around. But anyways, guys, that will do it for the 5 cheap eats around San Diego. Now, if you like this video, please give it a like. Now, I really dig Best Pizza and Brew's 150 pizza slices after 9 o'clock or 8:30, depending on when they close, what time they close. It's just an hour before closing. That's when they go at 150. Lucky's counter is really awesome, great value. I mean, $9, you get a whole Denver omelet meal with a coffee, bottomless coffee, and it's just a really classic diner that you don't see much anymore around town. I would definitely say those 2 spots were highlights, but all 5 places are great in different ways, so check them out. And if I did miss a spot once again, please comment below, let me know what you'd like to see on a future Jaycation and what other types of videos you'd like to recommend. Also, I have a Facebook page called It's Always Sunny in San Diego. We talk about the latest news, travel recommendations, tips, and anything about San Diego. So come join. We almost have 8,000 members in the entire group. If you guys haven't subscribed yet to Jaycation, I have a full library of San Diego content, Las Vegas content, and a bunch of other places around the world. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell as I go live once a week. I'm actually about to go live here in Ocean Beach. By the time this video comes out, this live stream will have been posted, so go back and check it out. If you want to support Jaycation more in 2021, check out my Patreon page. I offer exclusive content there as well. And special thanks to all my Jaycation patrons, and we'll see y'all's in the next video. And in the words of Ron Burgundy, stay traveling, San Diego.